Welcome to Prime Cuts, choice racing action from America's grassroots racetracks. Today we're at RPM Speedway in Hays, Kansas for the 12th annual Sunflower Classic with sport mods and modifieds, courtesy of Speed Sport affiliate IMCA TV.
Well, good evening, race fans, and welcome to night number 2 of the Mike Hughes Sunflower Classic here at the legendary RPM Speedway. Here's your IMCA Sport Mods. Presented by Waltz Repair Machine, make their way on out. 3 heat races for them, 8 laps apiece. On the pole, last night's feature winner, the 14W out of Collier, Blaine Walt. Lance Yoxmer to his outside from Parker, Colorado, the 91Y. 7P, the Bandit out of Bird City, Lloyd Stover. And the 21H from Henderson, Colorado, it's Jeff Hunter. Row number 2, it is the 2BA, J.C. Archer out of Hays, and the 77W, Tyler Watts from Beloit. 7th starter for Manhappiness, Kansas. It is the 3 of Adam Weber. 2BA, J.C. Archer going to elect to start in the scratch position here in heat number 1. Lights are out, 8 laps, green flag in the air. Here comes Weber. He's already going to take it 3 wide, Stover in the middle. Jeff Hunter up top. Off through 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway they will go. Blaine Walsh, your race leader. Adam Weber talked to him a little bit earlier today. Said the car had some speed last night. Now the car's got a little bit of contact there with Yoxmer as they come down the front straightaway. Said the car had speed, just didn't unload quite how they wanted it to. So make some changes on it here tonight. He's worked himself up into the 2nd spot, still chasing down 14W of Blaine Walt is now the top 2, going to be cleared by quite a bit from this battle back here between Yoxmer, Jeff Hunter, and Tyler Watts. Tyler Watts now going to pick up the spot here from the 21H. Watts moves up into 4th. Yoxmer 3rd. Weber 2nd. Race leader Blaine Walt down the back straightaway. Still great side-by-side back here. Jeff Hunter, Tyler Watts, Lloyd Stover going to want to join the battle here. 3 cars here for 4th, 5th, and 6th. J.C. Archer in the 7th spot. This is it starting to heat up. It's been extinguished just as quickly. Jeff Hunter now up in that 4th position, trying to run down Lance Yoxmer, the 91, right in front of him. Down the back straightaway through 3 and 4. Yoxmer going to work that outside line. Hunter pretty much mirroring the line there as they come down the front straightaway. Off into 1 and 2. Battle picking up here for your 3rd spot. Yoxmer all the way up to the lip. Hunter down around the tires through 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway they will go. Side by side. Jeff Hunter trying to take the 3rd spot away from Lance Yoxmer. Yoxmer able to hold on this time. Mess around. It's going to be a 3-car battle once again as here comes Tyler Watts. He'll step in all the way through the marbles, and that's going to scrub his momentum down the back straightaway. Yoxmer, Hunter still side by side. White flag in the air. 1 more lap to go for the 14W of Blaine Walt. Walt through 1 and 2. Weber in 2nd still. Yoxmer, Hunter, and Watts. Down the back straightaway. Blaine Walt. Make his way out of turn number 4 to the checkered flag. The 14W, Blaine Walt, your winner in heat number 1. (14W) Blaine Walt, your winner in heat number 1. Second will be the 3 of Adam Weber. 91Y Lance Yoxmer, the 21H of Jeff Hunter, the 77W of Tyler Watts. Heat number 2 over in staging on the pole from Holly, Colorado. It's the 9JR of Brendan Nordyke. And outside from Columbus, Nebraska, Riley Ostowski in the 1 machine. Row number 2 from Stafford, Jimmy Brozick in the 64. In from Dighton to the outside, the Bounty Hunter, the 17M of Branham Offlin. Row at number 3, Blaine Lewan Jr., the 187 out of Pueblo, West Colorado. And the 88J from Garden City, that's Jack Kirchhoff to the outside. Jeff Ray, 99R from Westcliff, Colorado. The final starter here in Waltz Repair Machine, heat number 2 for your Sport Mods. Lights are out, 8 laps for heat number 2. Brendan Nordyke going to bring him down the front straightaway. Riley Ostowski to the outside. They're going to battle it off into turn number 1. Riley Ostowski is going to be your race leader. Nordyke to second. Brianna Mofflin, she won her heat race last night. See if she can go 2 for 2 here for the Sunflower Classic. Nordyke trying to get it done down around the bottom. Ostowski through the middle. Brianna Mofflin going to try to follow that line around 3 and 4. Riley Ostowski is going to lead lap number 1. Mofflin and Nordyke side by side. Look at my race pass. Brendan Nordyke going to be scored there in your second spot. He'll slide on up. Mofflin going to get right there to the back bumper. And they go off into 3 and 4. Great battle up here, second and third. Brianna Mofflin's now going to get it. Nordyke had a little stumble coming out of turn number 4. So Mofflin to second, Nordyke back to third. Jack Kirchhoff, Jimmy Brozick. Your top 5. So now Brendan going to try to do something up top. He's going to leave the bottom open for Jack Kirchhoff. Kirchhoff will come on by. Off into 1 and 2. All this going on, the battle for the race lead. Brianna Mofflin has ran down Riley Ostowski, and now she's the new race leader. Mofflin, like I mentioned, won her heat last night. Had a little bit of a rough going in the main event. Started, I believe, outside of row number 1. Got a little high and dry off in the corner. Spun herself out. Got to go to the tail. Oh, there goes Brendan Nordyke. Mentioned high and dry, and he goes up to the top of 1 and 2. He'll come bring it back down the racetrack. He'll lose a spot there, but Brianna Mofflin going from the back, working her way up to a 8th finishing start last night. Mofflin, your race leader. Riley Ostowski back to your second spot. Jack Kirchhoff third. Brendan Nordyke, Jimmy Brozick, Blaine Lewan, and Jeff Ray. Down the front straight away. Through 1 and 2, leader down the back straight away. Brianna Mofflin takes him to the top shelf of 3 and 4. She will see the white flag. 1 more lap to go for the 17M. Through 1 and 2, down the back straight away. Everybody equal distance here in heat number 2 as Mofflin takes them up to the top shelf. Down the front straightaway, 17M Brianna Mofflin, heat number 2, picking up the checkered flag. Your winner in heat 2, the Bounty Hunter, 17M of Brianna Mofflin. Second will be the 1 of Riley Ostowski. 88J Jack Kirchhoff, third. Fourth will be the 9JR Brendan Nordyke. 64 of Jimmy Brozick, your top 5. Final heat here for your Waltz Repair Machine IMCA Sport Mods. On the pole out of Pueblo, Colorado, the 3W of Barry Helly, and outside Dalton Bell, Hoisington, Kansas, in the 22B. Row at number 2, inside from Fort Morgan, Colorado, the 01S of Hunter Smith, and outside from Holcomb, 28K of Ryan Kirchhoff. Doug Beeman, the 24 out of Fort Morgan, Colorado, inside of row at number 3, and Danny Conselman, the 4D, Colorado Springs, Colorado, to the outside. Your 6 drivers here for your Sport Mods. Again, all Sport Mods will make their way to the main event later on tonight. Top 4 going to roll across the scales over there in the tech area. Lights are out, green flag in the air. They come down the front straightaway. Heat number 3. Go off into 1 and 2, and your race leader going to be the 3 of it, Barry Halley. Down the back straightaway, crossing it up there as they go now side by side off into 3 and 4. And Doug Beeman going to be your race leader. He'll take the 24 right down to the bottom of the racetrack through 3 and 4. We'll see who's going to lead lap number 1. Barry Halley, your race leader. Down the back straightaway. Off into 3 and 4. Barry Halley back to that top spot. Beeman in your, or actually that's going to be Dalton Bell in your second spot. And it's going to be a battle between Danny Conselman and Ryan Kirchhoff. Here comes Hunter Smith. He's going to be into the battle. He'll move himself up into 4th. Conselman 3rd. Bell and Halley, your top 4. Down the front straightaway they go off into 1 and 2. Kirchhoff going to take the spot back from Hunter Smith. Ryan Kirchhoff, Hunter Smith, and Doug Beeman all going to battle it out back here for your 4th, 5th, and 6th spot up front. Barry Haley, Dalton Bell, Danny Conselman. Conselman's going to take a peek to the inside here. Side by side through 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway they will run. Dalton Bell still holding on to that 2nd position. Danny Conselman right to the bottom. Up the racetrack goes Dalton Bell. So does Conselman. Track starting to slick off here in Heat 3 for your Sport Mods. Down the back straightaway. Danny Conselman going to move up into the 2nd spot. Through 1 and 2, down the back straightaway. Lap starting to wind down here in Heat number 3 for your Sport Mods. As Dalton Bell did a little loop over there. He'll surrender that 2nd spot. His white flag up in the air. Barry Haley. Danny Conselman, Jack Kirchhoff, Ryan Kirchhoff, I should say, Hunter Smith, and the 24 of Beeman. Down the back straightaway, checkered flag already on the turn number 4. Going to be the 3W of Barry Haley, your race winner. Danny Conselman, the 4D second. Will be the 28K of Ryan Kirchhoff, the 01S Hunter Smith, the 24 of Doug Beeman. Your top 5 for your Sport Mods. So Sport Mods hitting the racetrack here for their main event tonight. On the pole, out of Collier, last night's feature winner, the 14W of Blaine Walt. And from Colorado Springs, the 4D of Danny Conselman. Barry Haley from Pueblo, Colorado, and the 3W, 21H, last year's feature winner, Jeff Hunter, out of Henderson, Colorado. Lance Yoxper from Parker, Colorado, the 91Y inside of row number 3. Ryan Kirchhoff from Oakland, 28K, will take the outside line. 9JR inside of row 4. That's Holly, Colorado's Brendan Nordyke. And outside the Bounty Hunter, 17M Brianna Mifflin out of Dighton. Row number 5 from Manhappiness, the 3 of Adam Weber, and outside it'll be the 1 from Columbus, Nebraska, Riley Ostowski. Race fans, parade lap time here for the Sport Mods. Stand up and wave 20 times around the legendary RPM Speedway. 88J Jack Kirchhoff, the 01S of Hunter Smith, row number 7, row 6. Row 7 will be Tyler Watson, the 77W, and the 64 of Jimmy Brozick. Doug Beeman of the 24, Lloyd Stover, the Bandit, row number 8. Blaine Lewan in the 187, the 22B Dalton Bell, row 9, and row 10, the 2BA JC Archer, and the 99R of Jeff Ray. I'm going to hold that off now for a second as I had to get a car across the racetrack. Now we're going to turn lights out this time by. Well, we're going to try it again, race fans. Let them hear you a little bit louder this time for your Sport Mods as they come across the front straightaway. Lights are out 20 times around. Blaine Walt and Danny Conselman in your front row. Walt, last night's feature winner. Outside of row number 2, Jeff Hunter, last year's feature winner. Green flag, and we're going to battle it out here 20 times around for your IMCA Sport Mods. Off into turn number 1, they'll go. Danny Conselman, he'll take the battle to Walt on the top shelf. Down the back straightaway, the 4D out of the point. Down the back straightaway, off into 3 and 4. Jeff Hunter up into your 3rd spot. Kirchhoff and Barry Haley. So they come down the front straightaway. Conselman's going to lead lap number 1 here. Off into turn number 1, they will go. Conselman, Walt, Hunter, Kirchhoff, and Halley's the top 5. Lance Yoxmer going to go to battle with Brianna Mifflin. She'll look to the inside, trying to take that spot away, move up into the 6th position. Again, Mifflin had a good showing last night. Spun at the top of turn number 1 early on, went to the back and fought all the way back up to an 8th place finish for her. Right now trying to crack the top 6. It's Danny Conselman on a rail down the front stretch, off into turn number 1. Walt, he's got some company hanging around the back door of Jeff Hunter. Kirchhoff and Barry Haley. Back here with Brianna Mofflin. She's got Hunter Smith in tow. They're trying to get around the 91Y of Yoxmere. That is 6th, 7th, and 8th. You see right there is Mofflin to the inside. Here comes Hunter Smith. He might try to wind it up the stairs. Down the front straightaway, off into 1 and 2. Yoxmere still doing a great job of holding on to that 6th position. Brianna Mofflin trying to play offense and defense. As here comes Hunter Smith. He'll roll to the outside line. Trying to get it hooked up top, down the front straightaway. Trying to get a good launch. He'll get the spot from Mofflin. Trying to keep that momentum up and move himself up into the 6th spot. It's your race leader, 4D, Danny Konselman at the line through 1 and 2. 1.3 seconds from first back to Blaine Wall in that 2nd spot. They head down the back straightaway. Jeff Hunter, another second back from your 2nd place driver there. So it's going to be some heavy lap traffic here coming on up. As JC Archer going to be the first car to go a lap down. Then it's going to be Stover, Lawan, and Brozick all up on tap for your race leader. Look at Ryan Lastowski trying to pick up a spot here from the 91 of Yoxmere. Up in front of them, you got Mofflin and Hunter Smith still going at it. Great battles all over the racetrack where you look. Whoa, the race lead starting to shrink. It was 1.3 last lap. Now it's down to 9/10 and lap traffic looming. Drivers making their way around. JC Archer now in line to go lap down. Konselman going to dive to the inside. Here comes Blaine Walt though. He'll go to the outside now. He'll duck to the inside. 3-wide battle for the race lead with lap traffic. Blaine Walt onto the inside. Konselman in the middle. Archer, the lap car up top. New race leader. It'll be the 14W with Blaine Walt down the back straightaway. He'll take the top spot away. Archer going to take his car pit side. Battle up in front of your race leaders. 3 lap cars going at it as Konselman trying to get the top spot back. Through 1 and 2. Walt going to go right in the tire tracks of Blaine Lawat. Konselman, he's got to try to figure out which line to get around. He got top or bottom. Walt's going to go to the top. Konselman going to try to follow through the lap traffic as they come out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway, just past halfway here is Walt now going to start to pull away. He's got it up to half a second that time by as he'll go across Stover and Brozick. Going to get a little tight off of turn number 2 in the lap car. Jimmy Brozick. Oh, Konselman. He'll turn it into a submarine off the back straightaway. That's going to scrub all of his momentum. And now he's got 2 cars in between him and the race leader. So Blaine Walt getting back around. He'll move down to a 1.5 second race lead over Konselman. Jeff Hunter still holding it down there in your 2nd spot, or your 3rd spot, I should say. Ryan Kirchhoff 4th. Hunter Smith has worked his way up into your 5th position. Got around to Barry Halley that last time. He's got a little bit of work to do to try to get. Oh, and around goes Lloyd Stover over in turn number 2 in front of pretty much most of your field there as Lloyd getting lapped by, I believe, Jeff Hunter trying to get around the 7P machine. Your 3rd place driver is Lloyd going to go around. Blaine Walt probably loving the timing of that caution as that's going to clear up traffic in front of him. Hunter Smith so far is your big mover on the night, up 7 spots into your 5th position. Tyler Watts, Dalton Bell up 5, both of those drivers from 13th to 8th and 18th to 13th. So those drivers get ready to go. Walt going to bring them back under power down the front straightaway. Everybody going to start to fan out once we hit into 1 and 2. And now Jeff Hunter going to go to work on Danny Konselman. Hunter to the inside, Konselman up top. They're still side by side for 2nd. Danny Konselman going to get clear of that. Here comes Hunter Smith. Going to get a little tight there. He's hoping Jeff Hunter going to go a little bit lower. Oh, a couple cars going to go around back of the pack there. We keep it green right now. Drivers off through 1 and 2. That's Lance Yoxmere. Going to be spun around in turn 2 and caution flag going to come on out. Lights are out. 5 more laps remaining for your sport mods. Driver's going to enter turn number 3, pick up the pace just a little bit down the front straightaway, and here we go. Back into turn number 1. Here comes Ryan Kirchhoff. He's got a good run looking up to the outside line. Oh, 4 wide back here for your 3rd spot. Now it's going to go side by side and 3 wide back behind them. Battle for the race lead. We got action everywhere. New race leader. It's Danny Conselman back on point, but Blaine Walt at the start-finish line. Walt, Conselman at the line. Hunter Smith now going to move up into the 3rd spot. Here comes Conselman one more time. Back to the point. He'll take the nose away from the 14W. Slider there by Hunter Smith. We got action everywhere, and here comes Blaine Walt. He wants the slider through 3 and 4. Walt will pull up to the door. Down the front straightaway they go. Conselman, he'll pull away by 3 off into 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. Conselman going to pull away from Blaine Walt. You got Hunter Smith, the big mover on the night, up into your 3rd spot. Tyler Watts going to follow him through. Jeff Hunter rounding out the top 5. Laps winding down. It'll be 2 more to go this time. Off into 1 and 2. See if Blaine Walt's got anything left. Danny Conselman 5 car lengths ahead as they flash down the back straightaway. Hunter Smith, Tyler Watts, Jeff Hunter, Brandon Mifflin there in 6, knocking on the back bumper. White flag in the air. 1 more lap to go as everybody going to storm off to the top shelf in turn number 1. Here comes Watts looking for your 3rd spot. And Blaine Walt's now going to run down the back straightaway looking for the race lead. Off into 3 and 4. Conselman goes low. He'll slide on up. Blaine Walt with the crossover. Checkered flag. Danny Conselman, tonight's feature winner. Mel Hambleton Ford Racing, IMCA Modified, Heat 1 of 4, rolling on out. From Lexington, Nebraska, Daniel Nichols, the 73-year pole sitter. And from Burlington, Colorado, it's the 10G of Don Geist. From Beloit, inside of row number 2, it's Tim Watson, the 11W. And from Great Bend, the 33 car, that's Jason Ward. Row number 3, TJ Janashek, the 10 out of Hayes. Cliff Shepard, the 52 machine from Ogden, Kansas. Row number 4, it'll be the 10C of Trevor Geist out of Burlington. And the Buckland Bomber, the 85C of Clay Sellard. Lights are out. Green flag come down the front stretch. Bobble there through 1 and 2 for your 2nd place driver of Nichols. Again, top 3 here for your modifieds is also what we're looking through for our 4 heat. Don Geist, your race leader. Tim Watts and Daniel Nichols going to go side by side. That's your top 3. Trevor Geist has worked his way up into the 4th spot. Down the back straightaway, Cliff Shepard. Then it's going to be TJ Janashek. He's got company up top. So here comes the 85C. Seller's going to go 3 wide. Janashek going to get up in there, make some contact with the 85. Janashek going to spin to the outside. Seller keeping it rolling, and we will stay green as everybody getting it fired back up. No caution flag going to come on out. Lights are out. 2 laps in. We're going to try it one more time. Green flag down the front straightaway. They will go. Here comes Trevor Geist. Trevor going to try to slice it on up in there, make his way to the top 3. He'll get that spot from Daniel Nichols down the back straightaway. Here comes the 85C Clay Seller. Keep your eye out on that machine. Started last on a fast car last night. Go off into 1 and 2. Here comes Seller looking to the inside on it. Daniel Nichols for your 4th spot. Just up ahead of him, you got the 10C. Trevor Geist trying to take 2nd away. Great racing action here for heat number 1 of your modifieds. Top 3 through 1 and 2 they go. 3 wide up front. You've got Don Geist, Tim Watts, and Trevor Geist down the back straightaway. Then you got the 73 and the 85C. So great battles all over the speedway. To come down the front stretch, your race leaders across the start-finish line they go. 3 more trips around. Here comes Trevor Geist one more time down the back straightaway, trying to get into that second spot. He's 3 so far into the main event. Don Geist, Tim Watts, Trevor Geist through 1 and 2. And here comes Tim Watts. He wants the race lead away from the 10G. Down the back stretch they run. New race leader. It's the 11W of Tim Watts. So Don Geist back to your second spot. Maybe not for long. Trevor Geist wants a piece of the action. Here comes the 85 CM7. White flag up in the air. Off into turn number 1 they go. Here in heat number 1, looking for our first 3 modifieds to lock into the main event. Down the back straightaway, father and son going to go side by side for second. Trevor down around the bottom, Don up top, checkered flag. Tim Watts going to get the victory here in heat number 1. Trevor Geist going to steal one here. He'll finish in the second spot. Don Geist third. Clay Seller just 1 spot shy there in fourth. 73 of Daniel Nichols, the top 5. Heat number 2 over there, making their way off the staging area. Last night's feature winner out of Ellis, the 3D, Daniel Gottschalk. And from Brighton, Colorado, the 14G, that is Greg Custis. 49 of Drew Miller from Goodland, Kansas, inside of row number 2. And Brett the Threat Berry out of Hayes, Kansas, the 09B will line up to the outside. Row number 3, Brandon Clough, the 20 out of Wallace, Nebraska, the legend, the 8R, Jesse Richter, outside of row number 4. It'll be the 69, Jim Beeman out of Fort Morgan, Colorado, your final starter here. Again, top 3. What we're looking for. Green flag up in the air as they come down the front straightaway. Off into turn number 1, still side by side up front for the race lead. Scratch that, and around goes Beeman in the back of the back, but Greg Custis, your race leader. Daniel Gottschalk, Brett Berry, the top 3 through 3 and 4. Lap number 1 as we stay green. Daniel Gottschalk back to the top spot. So Gottschalk back on point. Modifieds went flag to flag last night in the main event. Gottschalk eventually getting around pole sitter Eddie Bellick, and he just took off. The 3D had to navigate some heavy lap traffic at points and just did a fantastic job. Down in victory lane last night, saying this is his first win in a couple of years. So nice to be back in victory lane for Gottschalk as it take him down the back straightaway. Lap traffic here with Jim Beeman as he spun there on the opening lap in 1 and 2. Got it fired back up. He'll stay up top as there comes your race leader. Down around the bottom goes Gottschalk, still trying to size up the lap car ahead of him. Greg Custis in your third spot. Brett Berry running, or Greg Custis in second, I should say. Brett Berry running in that third spot. It's going to be the 20 of Brandon Clough and the 8R Jesse Richter, the top 5. Down the front straightaway they will go through 1 and 2. There's the slider from your race leader on the lap car of Beeman as Gottschalk. Looking like he did a night ago. Smooth and steady around the 3/8 mile. Down the back stretch they go. Custis now going to try to get around Beeman in the lap car as it go to the bottom side. Drives it in there, slides it all the way up to that cushion, starting to form there in the 3 and 4. Berry now going to be the one to try to work through lap traffic. That's your top 3 through 1 and 2. Race leader already working his way off into 3 and 4 to see the white flag. 1 more lap to go here for the 3D of Daniel Gottschalk. Gottschalk, your race leader. Down the back straightaway. Custis in second. Brett Berry third as they run it. Oh, Berry had a little bit of a stumble there, able to catch himself. Richter up off the top of 1 and 2, but checkered flag. Heat number 2. It'll be the 3D of Daniel Gottschalk. Heat number 3 here for your Mel Hamilton Ford Racing IMCA Modifieds rolling on out. Jay Swint from Hamilton, Missouri, the 26J, your pole sitter. And it's Dalton Murphy, the 9D out of Great Bend. From Bar None, Wyoming, Daniel Miller in the 7M. Kate Calhoun making an appearance here tonight out of Beloit in the 43. Row at number 3 from Salina, Gary Bradford, the 30 car. Shane Meeks, Abilene, Kansas, the 26X. In row number 3, final starter, it is the Waukene driver, the 66D Dynamite, Dylan Sherfick. Eight times around, heat number 3 is underway. Off into 1 they go. Chase Witt, your race leader. Dalton Murphy, Gary Bradford down the back straightaway. Shane Meeks going to loop it in 1 and 2. Trying to get it fired back up. We'll see if he can do that. His leaders already making their way through 3 and 4. And caution flag going to come on out. 26X Shane Meeks spinning over there in 1 and 2. And I believe still going to do the 1 and done here tonight for our heat racing action. So the 26X Shane Meeks going to spin over there in 1 and 2. Again, 1 and done here for heat racing action. Main events B qualifiers. Going to give the drivers 2 cautions. Lights are out. We're going to re-rack them, restack them, try it again. Here for your 8-lap heat number 3, Jace Witt and Dalton Murphy, the front row. Gary Bradford, Kate Calhoun, and Dylan Sherfick. Green flag as they come down the front straightaway. 3 wide back here in the pack, and that's for the transfer spot. Dylan Sherfick right now has got it. Oh, Kate Calhoun about went for the spin cycle over in 1 and 2. He'll get it gathered back up, go back to the inside of Bradford. He'll pick up the 4th spot. Sherfick, though, into 2nd. Dalton Murphy on the bubble. Down the back straightaway they go. Or off the front straightaway they go through 1 and 2. Race leader Jace Witt, the 26J. Dylan Sherfick, 66D, 90. Dalton Murphy, your top 3. It's Cade Calhoun and Gary Bradford. Down the back straightaway, everybody running here. Calhoun, Bradford still slicing it up back there at the tail end of your field. Up front, down the back straightaway here, 3 laps in. Jace Witt, your race leader. Dylan Sherfick in that 2nd spot. Dalton Murphy, 3rd. Cade Calhoun on the outside looking in your 4th spot. He'll go for a big slide, bottom to top there in 3 and 4. And then the 30, Gary Bradford, your field here in Heat 3. Sherfick starting to close in on your race leader. Dylan Sherfick is the fastest car out on the racetrack. 0.7 of a second here from 1st to 2nd. It's Jace Witt taken out of turn number 2, running that tip top of the racetrack. Sherfick going to go right in the tire tracks this time through 3 and 4 laps, winding down at the line. Going to be 2 more trips around the RPM Speedway, and here comes Dylan Sherfick. He'll look to the inside. It's a little slideways there through the center. Have it gathered back up, down the back straightaway, off into 3 and 4. White flag, 1 more trip around here in heat number 3. Jace Witt, Dylan Sherfick battle for the race lead off into 1 and 2. Both drivers going to go through the middle groove, down the back straightaway. Down to the bottom goes Sherfick. Oh, big wiggle by your race leader. See if he can hang on. Yes, he will. Checkered flag, heat number 2, or heat number 3. 26J of Jace Witt. Your winner, 2nd will be Dynamite Dylan Sherfick, 66D. The 9D, Dalton Murphy, the 3rd car, moving on to the main event here out of heat number 3. Final heat of the night, looking for our last 3 drivers to make their way to the main event here in heat number 4. Your pole sitter from Fort Morgan, Colorado, jump in Jeremy Frenier in the 17J, and outside the 08 from Hayes, Dakota Sproul. Row number 2 inside the 183 from Stockton, that's Chad Sterling, and the Denver, Colorado driver to the outside, John Burrow in the 28. Tony Acherno, the 14 out of Arvada, Colorado. Last night runner-up from Arvada, the 3B, the hard charger of Eddie Bellick. From Hutch, it's the 3J, Jake Nightingale, the Wrangler Jeans Machine. Your final car here in heat number 4. 8 laps, 3 more drivers. Going to lock themselves into our main events later on tonight. Going to wind them up out of turn number 4. Across the line they go, and off into 1. It's going to be the 08 Dakota Sproul, your race leader. Sproul going to rip the lip up top. Fournier, though, quick through the middle. Down the back straightaway they run. Sproul, your race leader. Fournier trying to get back to the bottom. See where they go as Sproul slides it all the way up to the cushion through 3 and 4. He'll lead lap number 1. Sproul and Fournier off into 1 and 2. Little close racing action here for the transfer. John Burrow, though, had it at the line. Now it's going to go to the 183 of Sterling. And now new race leaders. Fournier back to the point. Off into 3 and 4 they will go. Down the front straightaway, Fournier, your race leader. Sproul in that second spot. 183 of Chad Sterling now the top 3. Got 2 very fast cars, 3 very fast cars working the bottom. Back behind them is a Cherno, Bellick, and Nightingale. 3 wide down the back straightaway they go. Is Bellick on the bottom, Burrow through the middle. A Cherno up top is Bellick trying to slide it across the nose there of the 28 machine. Down the front straightaway again, Eddie Bellick, a very fast modified runner-up last night. Led the first opening 10 laps or so before the 3D of Gottschalk able to get on by. Eddie up into 4th. Again, needs the 3rd spot to make his way to the main event without having to go through our modified B qualifier here tonight. Down the front straightaway. Into turn number 1 they go. Bellick going to hike it up to that top shelf, trying to get a good run on Sterling as he has only got 4 more laps to get it done. Now coming to 3 to go, and Dakota Sproul wants the race lead back. Down the front straightaway they go into 1 and 2. Sproul going to look to the inside on Fournier. He'll go through the middle, down the back, off of turn number 2. Fournier leads. He an 18.92 last time around. Sproul a 19.10. Drivers make their way. Here comes Dakota Sproul to the outside. Going to get a little tight for comfort up there at the top. Right against that concrete wall. Both drivers will go. Now down the back straightaway, and around goes Sterling there in your transfer spot. Bellick avoids. Nightingale able to get around as well. And the 183, Sterling going to bring out the caution flag here in heat number 4. So that's going to do it here for the 183. Chad Sterling is going to take his car back to the trailer. We'll see him for the B qualifier a little bit later on. So lights are out. Green, white, checkered. Heat number 4. Business about to pick up here. Looking for 3 more modifieds to make their way to the night's main event. Off into 1 and 2 they go. Nightingale tries to get to the bottom. 3 wide battle for the race lead momentarily through 1 and 2. Fournier. Sproul. Here comes Eddie Bellick. He'll look to the inside looking for second. White flag in the air. 1 more lap to go for Jeremy Fournier. Fournier across the start-finish line they go, off into 1 and 2. Bellick now up into the second spot. Dakota Sproul on the bubble, and here comes Nightingale. Down the back straightaway, battle for the transfer spot. The final transfer here for you modified. Sproul has it. He'll rim ride the outside. Nightingale going to go catfishing around the bottom. Checkered flag, Jeremy Fournier. Eddie Bellick. Oh, Dakota Sproul by 9/1000ths of a second. The 08 Dakota Sproul over the 3B of Eddie Bellick. That's going to be your top 3 moving on here out of our final heat for your IMCA Modifieds. Final main event of the evening. Your Mel Hamilton Ford Racing IMCA Modifieds hitting the racetrack. 20-lap main event on the pole out of Hamilton, Missouri. It's going to be the 26J of Jace Witt. And outside from Hayes, it's the 08 of Dakota Sproul. 17J from Fort Morgan jumping Jeremy Fournier. The 10T Trevor Geis out of Burlington, Colorado in row number 2. Row 3 will be the hard Charger out of Arvada, Colorado. The 3D of Eddie Bellick. And from Great Bend, the 9D of Dalton Murphy. Last night's feature winner inside of row number 4. It'll be the 3D Daniel Gottschalk out of Ellis. And from Joaquin to his outside, Dynamite Dylan Sherfick in the 66D. Row number 5 from Hayes, it's the 09B Brett the Threat Berry. And the 10G Don Geis from Burlington, Colorado. Row number 6, it'll be Greg Gustus, the 14G out of Brighton, Colorado. And the 11W from Beloit, that's Tim Watts. Row 7, Brandon Clough, the 20 out of Wallace, Nebraska. The Buckland Bomber, the 85C of Clay Sellard. 3J, Jake Nightingale out of Hutch inside of row number 8. Daniel Nichols from Lexington, Nebraska, the 73. This is going to be the legend, the 8R, Jesse Richter out of Great Bend. John Burrow, the 28 from Denver, Colorado, row 9. And row 10, it's the rookie from Arvada, Colorado, the 14, Tony Acherno. And from Fort Morgan, the 69 of Jim Beeman. But lights are out, 20 lap, modified main event to end. It's been a fantastic Mike Hughes Sunflower Classic, and green flag as they get up on the loud pedal down the front straightaway off into turn number 1. Jace Witt, Dakota Sproul going to go at it through 1 and 2, and Witt's going to lead now by 5 down the back straightaway. Sproul trying to get the momentum built back up. Oh, Don Geist going to get a little squirrely mid-pack as they go off into 3 and 4. Here comes Eddie Bellick. He'll throw the slider across the nose of Trevor Geist. Will it stick? Yes, it will. Eddie Bellick up into your 3rd spot. 4th spot's 3rd's going to be Jeremy Frenier, Dakota Sproul, and 2nd, Jace Witt. Trying to get away, but Sproul has negated that 5-car length lead down to a bumper. So they come through 3 and 4 down the front straightaway. Witt, Sproul, Frenier the top 3. Bellick, here comes Daniel Gottschalk into the top 5. Gottschalk, a winner last night, down the back straightaway they go. Off into 3 and 4. The 3 is going to go at it. Gottschalk on the bottom, Eddie Bellick up top. So bring it down the front straightaway. That's for 4th and 5th. Frenier just ahead of them in your 3rd spot. Dakota Sproul trying to track down your race leader. Down the back straightaway they go. Gottschalk got a little bobbled on up there through 1 and 2. Scrub some speed and kill the momentum. Kind of build all that run back up as they come down the front straightaway. Off into 1 and 2. And here comes the 08 of Sproul on the prowl. Back around the bottom. Out of 2, down the back straightaway he will go. Looks like he'll just go to the top shelf here through 3 and 4. Battle for the race lead down the front stretch. Witt, Sproul, and Frenier. Going to be a 3-car battle off into 1 and 2. 3 different lines. You got Witt up top, Sproul through the middle, a little bit lower than the middle. And then you got Frenier trying to kick the tires down through 1 and 2. Here comes Sproul. He's going to catfish here through 3 and 4. Trying to get a good run down the front straightaway. He'll slide back up in line, but the battle is on. Off into 1 and 2. Witt, Sproul, Frenier. 1, 2, 3 down the back straightaway. Bellick and Gottschalk still duking out to see who's going to be the 4th place driver. Top 3 rip around the top shelf there in 4 down the front straightaway. Great racing action here for your modifieds. And here comes Sproul. He can't quite get there, had to slide on up and get on the brakes just a little bit out of 4, or out of 2. Off into 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway. Witt, Sproul, Frenier. Bellick and Gottschalk are going to catch up and make it a 5-car battle here before long. Down the back straightaway they run. Witt starting to pull away, but they're going to start getting into some heavy lap traffic at Cherno, Burrow, Beeman, and Nichols. Here comes Frenier. He'll look to the inside on the 08 of Sproul. Down the back straightaway. Now it's going to be Sproul, Frenier, Bellick, and Gottschalk. 2nd through 5th going to go at it here. Jace Witt starting to pull away as he'll see the cross flags halfway home. Down the front straightaway. Off into 1 and 2. Here comes Frenier. He'll dart to the inside. Sproul going to try to hump the cushion. Oh, contact between Gottschalk and Bellick. Down the back straightaway. Gottschalk got a little squirrely. Got up into the door of Eddie Bellick. They stay straight and narrow. Just going to cost him a little bit of time out on the speedway. Down off into turn number 1. Lap traffic getting closer, and it is a lot of it. Got 5 cars. Acherno, Burrow, Beeman, Nichols, and Murphy all up here. This is the battle for the back of the field. Jace Witt could see the cluster of traffic up ahead of him, and now it's going to be Dakota Sproul who's going to be the first one to tackle the lap cars. Down the back straightaway, off into 3 and 4. They bring it down the front straightaway. Jace Witt, Dakota Sproul, Jeremy Frenier, Gottschalk, and Bellick. Going to be a 5-car battle for the race lead as they all try to navigate lap traffic. Gottschalk took a peek to the inside on Frenier. Down the back straightaway, Eddie Bellick going to tuck the nose up underneath the rear end of the 3D machine. And here we go. Lap traffic going to get hot and heavy. Fournier trying to slide it on up. 3 wide battle for second. Down the front straightaway, off through 1 and 2. Lap traffic in the way, and around goes Burrow in front of your race leader. He'll spin to the inside. Caution flag comes out, and that is a close call for your top 5. As Witt, Sproul, Gottschalk, Fournier, and Bellick all starting to get into the lap traffic. And John Burrow spinning down to the bottom, and everybody somehow getting through that. Drivers ready to go. 7 more laps to go, and here we go. Witt gonna bring him down the front straightaway, but here comes the 08 of Sproul. Sproul ready to go off into 1 and 2, and he's your new race leader. Down the back straightaway, Dakota Sproul gonna take the top spot and try to rock it away. Here comes Witt though, back to the outside. Gottschalk trying to get a weekend sweep. We've seen one of them here tonight. Gottschalk trying to be the second one as they come down the front straightaway. He'll now move up into your second spot. Oh, and around goes Daniel Gottschalk from your second spot, and caution flag going to come on out. Sproul back to the straightaway they go. Down the front stretch into turn number 1. Here comes the 66 of Sherfick. Down around on the bottom, been quietly making his way up through the field. He's got Jace Witt though to the outside. Down the back straightaway, off into 3 and 4. Witt and Sherfick gonna go side by side. Here comes Fournier. He'll throw the slider. 3 wide now. Fournier side by side with Bellick for your third spot. Jeremy Fournier saw the opportunity, put the foot to the floorboard, and he'll slice his way up into the third spot once again. Fournier up top, going to do it one more time, trying to keep the momentum up down the front straightaway on Sherfick. They'll go across the line, side by side. Dylan Sherfick on the bottom, Fournier winding it up to the cushion, down the back straightaway, and Jeremy Fournier now back to second. He's got a ways to go if he wants to catch up to the 08 of Sproul. 1.1 seconds last time by. 2 more to go as they come across the start-finish line this time. It's going to be still 1.120. So lead not going anywhere, but Fournier still trying to dust it up there with the 66 of Sherfick. Down the back straightaway, off into 3 and 4. White flag, 1 more lap to go for the 08 of Dakota Sproul. Down the back stretch, Sproul final time here tonight. Battle is on for your second spot, but smooth and steady to the top shelf goes the 08 of Sproul. Checkered flag by Q Sunflower Classic. Victory for the 08 of Dakota Sproul. Fournier, Sherfick, Bellick. In the 85 of Place Sellard. Going to be your top 5 here tonight.